$17,351, Melissa, I guess it's Melissa Price, possession of methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, controlled substances. Ma'am, are you employed?
No, sir, I have lupus and disabled.
Sorry, you have to speak louder.
No, sir, I have lupus, I am disabled.
Okay.
I'm with disability.
Ma'am, have you appeared before a judge before?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you appear for an arraignment.
Judge will waive reading of the information in her plea of not guilty. It appears to me that her bond is $2,500. We have no objection to that bond. I think she'll be able to make that if we could just get her some reappearance dates.
Okay. When will we be doing that?
Pre-trial November 9th.
November 9th. So thank you, ma'am. You may stand
Liz, did
aside.
you hear that? Could you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Her bond is $2,500, okay?
Chad Woolard. State versus Chad Woolard, 17-350. Sir, do you have a lawyer?
Yes, sir. Judge, I met with him this morning. He's gonna hire Gray Dellinger.
Okay. Let me see. Are you going to hire a lawyer, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'll have you appear before Judge Webb on September 14th at 9:30 for arraignment and attorney statements. Thank you, sir. State versus Dustin Brown, 17-349. It's a drug case. It also has 17-189. It's a plea deadline. Sir, in case number 17-189, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. We'll have a free trial on November 9th at 10 o'clock. And then in 17... Is that the right number? Okay.
349 is
Yeah. And 17-189, he's here for a plea deadline.
Your Honor, based on the new charges, if we could extend that plea deadline to September 21st, the next time that you're here, I think we'll be able to resolve all of the issues.
Very well. It's the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That'll be all, sir. Thank you. 17-348, Donald Dreggers, methamphetamine. He has 13-391, a revocation. Dreggers, is that, how do you say your name, sir? Dreggers? In 17-348, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Just if you want to enter a plea of not guilty.
He does, Judge. If we could figure out, I don't know if your docket reflects that he also has a revocation pending.
He does.
Could we find out which division that'll be in, and that may decide?
Okay. Okay, it's not in the computer. Do we have case 13-391 in the file? Okay.
319.
Huh?
It should be 319.
Okay. Should be 319. Well, let me try that.
Judge Webb signed the sentencing order, Your Honor.
Okay, it's before Judge Webb. That answers the question.
Judge, that will track with the new case then. If we could have him reappear the next time Judge Webb is here, they may be able to resolve everything at the same time.
All right. Have him appear before Judge Webb. September 14th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's all we can do today, sir. Thank you. State versus Joseph Pritchard, 17-344. Fraudulent use of a debit or credit card, several counts. Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And he appears for arraignment. How does he plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. We
Okay,
can
we'll
just set
have
this
him
out.
appear before Judge Webb on the September 14th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's all we can do today, sir. Thank you. State versus Derek Holt, 17-343. Possession of controlled substance, possession of paraphernalia. Also has 17-221, which is a drug case also. 17-343. I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. And I guess he's appearing for an arraignment.
Judge, that's correct. We waived the reading of the information in our plea of not guilty in the new
Okay.
case.
All right, we'll have a pretrial on November 9th, 10 o'clock.
Okay. And we'll have him, we're trying to negotiate an agreement on everything, Judge. If we can get it worked out, we'll bring him back the next time you're here, if that's okay.
Okay. Let me see what's going on in the revocation. Has he been arraigned in the revocation?
Judge, I'm not sure, what's the case number on the revocation?
It's not a revocation.
It's not a
No, I
revocation?
think he has an FTA, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
He's been picked up on it.
All right.
His next date is October 5th.
All right.
For his plea deadline.
Very well. We'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Derek, we're working on it. We'll get you back next time Judge Putman's here, okay?
Yes, sir, thank you.
State versus Bradley Sellers, 17-340. Aggravated assault. Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You appear for an arraignment. How does he plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll enter the plea of not guilty. I'll have him appear before Judge Webb on September 14th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State versus Cody Haynes, 17-255. Breaking or entering, theft, criminal trespass. Okay. Well, okay, he's outside. I'll just skip that over that one, then, unless we're ready to do.
It's up to you. He's ready if you're ready.
Okay, we'll take it up. And he also has 17-183. Mr. Haynes, I'm looking at two police statements. Have you gone over these documents?
Yes, sir.
Have you, there's also conditions of suspension or probation attached. Have you gone over these?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I notice he's not signed one of them. Does he intend to?
I know.
That,
There was a couple papers there, so.
okay.
So I got the 52 credit.
Check those other ones while we're up here.
Sir, do you feel you understand what's set out in these documents?
Yes, sir.
You understand the charges against you and the range of penalties if you're convicted?
Yes, sir.
In case 17-183, are you pleading guilty to possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of methamphetamine?
Yes, sir.
Case 17-255, are you pleading guilty to breaking or entering and theft of property a misdemeanor and criminal trespass a misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. By entering these pleas, you're giving up your right to have a trial, and you also cannot appeal. Pardon me. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Other than what's set out in these documents, have you been promised anything in order to get you to change your plea?
No.
Has anyone threatened or pressured you to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you're in fact guilty of these crimes?
Yes, sir.
What is the factual basis?
Your Honor, on June 9, 2017, the defendant would have, he was at the radio tower without permission on Skyline Drive, and he was caught on video driving a white-colored Cadillac. He pulled up to another person's car, reached inside the car and stole a cell phone. At that time, he was not invited onto that property. He would have entered the car for the purpose of stealing a cell phone.
Okay. Did you do that?
Yes, sir.
And then,
Very good.
did you mention the methamphetamine?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor, in case 17183, that occurred at a different time, Judge. This was on April 20th of 2017. Officers with probation and parole went to the home of a parolee by the name of Tom Harvey. During that search of his house, they found the defendant hiding in a closet in the front of the residence, and in his proximity, there would have been a small amount of methamphetamine along with the material that would have been used to take that intravenously.
Okay, so you, just correct, you had in your possession some methamphetamine.
It was in the proximity, yes, sir.
Was it yours?
Huh?
Was it yours?
It wasn't mine, but,
Why are you pleading guilty to possessing methamphetamine if it wasn't yours?
I guess, yes, I'm guilty of it.
Okay. I'll work on that one.
Yeah.
Judge, we discussed constructive possession. It was in, he had control over the area where it was found. That's what he meant by what he said, it was in the proximity.
You knew it was there?
Yes, sir.
Could you picking it up and taking it if you wanted it?
I was in
Used
the
it.
closet, but, it was across the room.
That's 17183, possession of drug paraphernalia, 4 years in Arkansas Department of Corrections. Possession of methamphetamine, 4 years in Arkansas Department of Corrections, to be suspended. $200 in cost, $2,000 fine, a DNA fee of $250, $20 booking fee, $200 in public defender fees, drug crime assessment of $125. 17255 for breaking or entering, 4 years in Department of Corrections. Theft of property, 60 days in county jail. Criminal trespass, 30 days in county jail. You pay $200 in cost, a $2,000 fine, a DNA fee of $250, a $20 booking fee, a public defender fee totaling $200, $150 in restitution with felony time suspended. If you'll see this gentleman here. Seventeen 117 State versus Charles Hodges. Sir, I'm looking at a police statement and some conditions of suspension of probation. Have you gone over these documents?
Yes, sir.
You have to speak up loud enough to where she can.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Do you feel you understand what's in the documents?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the charges against you and the range of penalties if you're convicted?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty to possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
When you plead guilty, you don't get to have a trial, and nor do you get an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
There's a sentencing recommendation in this police statement. Other than that, have you been promised anything?
No, sir.
Have you been pressured or threatened to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
Are you guilty of these crimes?
Yes, sir.
On about February 28th of this year here in Baxter County, were you in possession of some methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
This time, sir, I accept your plea. I'll judge you guilty. On each count, you're sentenced to 4 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. That'll be suspended. You'll pay $200 in court costs, a $2,000 fine, a a DNA fee of $250, a $20 booking fee, $200 in public defender fees, and a drug crime assessment of $125. Pay what you owe at the minimum rate of $100 per month, beginning within 60 days of your release, and make your payments to the Sheriff's Department here in Baxter County.
Yes, sir.
You'll need to see a probation officer before you leave today.
Yes, sir.
17-43, Jeannie Summit, and 1736, looks like they're both drug cases.
Is currently a public defender client. She is on Judge Webb's docket. I think that she's brought before you today, Your Honor. She has been in Care Ministries, and I had a call from Care Ministries last evening saying that they have brought her back to the jail. Is there a bond, Your Honor, that we have bonded her out to Care Ministries? That's obviously not worked. Is there a bond that is set for her?
Well, let's see. Okay, this is Judge Webb's case. It was transferred over to him. Let's see if I
And we can check on it later, Judge. This is his case.
about to. Let me look. I guess there was an order which allowed her to go to Care Ministries, is that right?
That is right, Your Honor.
You had that in you had that, now look at it. I don't see it here.
I have it from Court Connect. That's all that we have. I don't know that we have the file.
Let's see, maybe,
Your Honor, what you have on Court Connect is all that we have and all the prosecutor's office has, because we looked this up yesterday.
but there is an order in here, you say, okay?
Well, there is a notation from Judge Webb on Court Connect, but there's not actually an order that Judge Webb has signed that we were able to find yesterday.
Okay, let me look.
It ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody. Read it down. She's got 2 cases. She would've got the bomb.
It references it, I don't see an order where that was entered.
Your Honor, we could not find that yesterday, but
Well, I guess you just need to check with Judge Webb on that. That's all I would know to do.
that's fine, Judge.
His judge note says that she's supposed to reappear on November 16th.
That's right. But that was contingent on her staying in Care Ministries.
Well, I ordered to appear on September 14th.
That's fine, Judge.
State versus Amber Rice, 16-57. Possession of firearms by certain persons. This is not a revocation.
No.
There's some reference in here to revocation, but I guess it's a mistake. Ma'am, I'm looking at a police statement here. Have you gone over this document?
I believe so. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yes, sir, of course I did.
Is this your signature?
Yes, it is.
Do you feel you understand what's set out in this document?
Yes, sir.
You understand the charges against you and the range of penalties if you're convicted?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty to possession of a firearm by certain persons?
Yes, sir.
By entering this plea, you're giving up your right to have a trial, and you also cannot appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Have you been promised anything other than what's set out in this plea statement? Have you been pressured or threatened to get you to sign this?
No, sir.
And are you guilty of this crime?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the factual basis?
Judge, the defendant is a convicted felon, and on or about November 25th of 2015, she was in the possession of a firearm, firing it at her house here in Baxter County.
Is that true?
Yes, sir.
At this time, ma'am, I accept your plea, adjudge you guilty. I'll sentence you to 1 year in the Department of Corrections. You're ordered to pay $200 in costs, a $2,000 fine, a DNA fee of $250, a $20 booking fee, $200 in public defender fees, extradition cost of $197.70. Pay what you owe at the minimum rate of $100 per month beginning within 60 days after your release. And make your payments to the Sheriff's Department here in Baxter County.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. State versus Amanda Coker, 17191. Forgery related charges, yes, sir. Ma'am, I'm looking at a police statement and some terms, conditions. Have you gone over these documents?
Yes, sir.
Have you signed them?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel you understand what's set out in these documents?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the charges against you and the range of penalties if you're convicted?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty to forgery in the second degree and fraudulent use of a credit or debit card?
Yes, sir.
By entering your pleas and also theft of property, I guess. Is that right? By entering your pleas, you're giving up your right to have a trial and giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering your pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Other than the recommendation in this police statement, have you been promised anything in order to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
Has anyone threatened or pressured you to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you're in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
What's the factual basis?
Your Honor, on December 15th, on or about December 15th, 2016, the defendant would have stolen her roommate's mother's credit card and used it to make purchases on December 6th and December 7th. I'm sorry, December 15th was the time it was reported to the police. So on or about December 6th or December 7th, this lady would have stolen her roommate's mother's credit card and used it, forging her signature on it in order to steal and make purchases amounting to $271.14.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
This time, ma'am, I accept your plea for forgery in the second degree. You're sentenced to 5 years in the Department of Corrections, be suspended, fraudulent use of credit or debit card, misdemeanor, as on each count. And on each count of fraudulent use of a credit or debit card, I assume that's 90 days, as opposed to
Days.
months.
Yes.
Can I change it here?
Yes, I'm sorry, our mistake. That's also true of the other thing as well, Your Honor.
Sentenced to 90 days in the county jail to be suspended. For theft of property, sentenced to 90 days in county jail to be suspended. You pay $200 in cost, a $2,000 fine, a DNA fee of $250, a $20 booking fee, $506.34 in restitution. Pay what you owe at the minimum rate of $100 per month beginning within 30 days. And make your payments to the Sheriff's Department here in Baxter County.
Yes, sir.
This is under Act 346.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
I would be excused.
Yes, she needs to see what she knows what to do.